King Solomon faced a daunting challenge. Two women, each claiming to be the mother of a baby, pleaded their case before him. Their stories were tangled. Their emotions ran high. Who was telling the truth? This story, found in I Kings 3:16-28, isn't just an ancient tale. It's a powerful lesson in wisdom, compassion, and courage. This story invites us to look inward. It challenges us to lead with our hearts. Solomon's wisdom, a gift from God, was more than just intelligence. It was the ability to see clearly, to feel deeply, to act with courage and love. In a world of complexities and uncertainties, we need this kind of wisdom. We need it in our own lives. We need it in our communities. We need it in our world. The women's pleas were filled with anguish. Each believed her story. Each felt the weight of her loss. Solomon listened. He didn't judge. He opened his heart to their pain. This is compassion, the ability to step outside ourselves, to feel with others, to recognize their suffering as real. Compassion is not passive pity. It's a call to action. It's about showing up for others, even in difficult moments. It's about being present with their pain, without trying to fix it or diminish it. Compassion asks us to be vulnerable, to admit that we don't have all the answers, to sit with the discomfort of not knowing. In a world that often values indifference, compassion is revolutionary. It's a radical act of love. When we choose compassion, we choose connection. We choose to build bridges instead of walls. We choose to see the humanity in everyone, even when it's hard. Solomon's compassion paved the way for justice. It allowed him to see the truth hidden beneath the surface of the women's stories. Solomon's next challenge was discernment. He needed to see through the lies. He needed to uncover the truth. This required wisdom. But it also required a willingness to look deeper, to examine the evidence, to trust his gut. Discernment is the ability to separate truth from falsehood. It's about seeing clearly, even when things are murky. Discernment isn't about being judgmental. It's about being discerning. It's about recognizing that not everything is as it seems. It's about being willing to ask tough questions, to challenge our own assumptions. Discernment is essential for making wise decisions. It helps us navigate complex situations. It protects us from deception. It guides us toward what's right. Solomon's discernment led him to a solution as unexpected as it was brilliant. He proposed to cut the baby in two, giving half to each woman. His proposal wasn't about violence. It was about revealing the truth. The true mother's response was immediate. "Give the living baby to her, don't kill him," she cried. Her selflessness exposed the lie. Her love for her child outweighed her desire to win. Solomon's wisdom wasn't just about knowledge. It was about understanding the human heart. Selflessness is the opposite of selfishness. It's about putting the needs of others before our own. It's about choosing compassion over indifference. It's about acting with integrity, even when no one is watching. Selflessness is the mark of true leadership. It's what inspires trust. It's what builds strong communities. In a world that often glorifies self-interest, selflessness is a radical act of courage. It's a decision to live a life that is bigger than ourselves, a life that is dedicated to something greater. Solomon's story reminds us that true wisdom is rooted in love. Love for others, love for justice, love for truth, and this love is what ultimately leads to wisdom. We face complex challenges, ethical dilemmas, relational conflicts, moments that test our compassion, our discernment, our selflessness. Solomon's story is a timeless reminder. It teaches us to lead with our hearts. Empathy is essential. We need to listen deeply. See the world through the eyes of others. Understanding paves the way for compassion. Honesty, like discernment, is crucial. We must seek truth, even when it's uncomfortable. Integrity matters. Our actions must align with our values. Altruism, the embodiment of selflessness, is vital. We must ask, how can I serve? How can we make our communities, our world, a better place? These values are not just abstract ideals. They are the building blocks of a meaningful life. They are the keys to creating a world where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. Solomon's story points us towards a higher wisdom, a wisdom that comes from something bigger than ourselves. This wisdom is rooted in love. It's a love that seeks the well-being of others, a love that hungers for justice. This love is embodied in Jesus. He taught us to love our neighbors as ourselves. He showed us the power of compassion, forgiveness, and sacrifice. His life is an invitation to live differently, to lead with love. We are all on a journey of growth, of learning, of becoming more fully human. Let's choose compassion, let's embrace discernment, let's live with selflessness. Let's seek wisdom. Let's build a world where love leads the way.